What brings you here on Almanawi?
I came to ask for your help in stopping my cousin, Dunkus. Did you hear about the attacks of creatures led by strange guardians throughout the island?
Yes, Darren sent a messenger to tell me about it.
My cousin was sick, and to cure him, Katasak used the bonding ritual on him. But the power he received from it made him mad, and he started bonding himself in other places. He transformed his guardians each time, and used them to attack those he considers to be his rivals.
What you're telling me is terrifying. Katasak and Devosh-Tire should never have bonded him. Your cousin is breaking the balance. He's consuming, and will only want to consume more.
Indeed. Enonmil Frichtemann warned me that Constantine was now targeting the sanctuary at the heart of the island. I cannot fight him alone. I need allies. I intend to go and find the other factions and ask for their support. But I also need your people. Because we must all stand together to stop the threat that is weighing on the island.
Your will to create an alliance between all the peoples on this island is wise and noble. And the call of Enonmil Frichtemann cannot remain unanswered. We will be by your side in the battle. I am not a fighter, but Deirdre will lead our warriors. And I would also like for you to take this weapon. I pray it will be useful in the fight that is coming.
Thank you, Dunkus.
Don't thank me. You managed to earn my people's trust. And you fight for a cause that affects us all. May the earth support each of your steps. And may the volcano give you its strength.
I must admit that I expected Dunkus to be more angered when he learned what Constantine had done.
He's a sage amongst sages. Even amongst the Donegada. Enonmil Frichtemann speaks in his ear. I think he already knew what was happening, even before we came to see him.
That confirms it. I made the right choice. Teofredi couldn't have a better High King.
Desarde, what can I do for you?
I have come to ask for your help, Admiral. My cousin has been plunged into madness, and he apparently wishes to conquer the whole island. He took control of many creatures by reenacting rituals he learned from the islanders. And now he uses them to attack the cities and the villages of those he considers to be his rivals.
A difficult situation, admittedly, but one that does not concern us. Who's in charge of the island is none of our business, Desarde, and you know that.
It actually does concern you. If my cousin takes control of the island, soon there will be no ports where your ships can berth. He's not looking for political influence. He desires power. Absolute power.
I see. It's a decent argument. So what now?
We must stop him at all costs. And for that, I will need allies. I already have the support of other factions. but I was hoping I could count on the help of the Nauts.
You're one of ours, de Sardet. Of course we will fight by your side in this battle.
Thank you, Admiral.
Godspeed, de Sardet. And good luck.
Commander Torsten.
Sir de Sardet, what a pleasure to have you visit. What can I do for you?
I investigated and discovered the identity of the person who orchestrated the attacks on Hikmet.
I was certain you would eventually find out who. You never give up. So, who is the bastard responsible for all these deaths?
My cousin, Constantine.
Your cousin? You have some nerve. What do you want? For me to declare war on you?
No. You must understand that the congregation had no hand in this. Constantine acted alone. Ever since he fell ill, he hasn't been himself. And who knows? Maybe the shock he felt after your attempted coup had something to do with it.
These attacks would be his revenge. Why target the others then?
I don't know. But I know that he performed a native ritual bonding him to the island several times. Each of these rituals gave him a great magical power and control of some guardians. Now he's threatening to target the main native sanctuary at the heart of the island. And if he succeeds, we won't be able to stop him.
You come here with your bizarre tales about magic, rituals and sanctuaries. Probably expected me to send my troops out far away from my city. For all I know, you might very well still be acting on your cousin's behalf.
If that were the case, why would I have come to your rescue when the creatures attacked you? I could have just let them overwhelm you and your city would have fallen. But despite your treason, I helped you. And I'm now asking you to help me in return. I already managed to convince other factions to support me. but your men are still the best soldiers. If we want to have a chance at saving this island and its population, we must fight together.
I am in your debt, it's true. Without your intervention, I would probably have lost my city. And since I don't want you to think I'm ungrateful, I will give you this. I hope that it will prove useful to you, but you will have to fight without us. My men will never follow you in battle. They don't trust you. Sorry, Tesade.
That is regrettable. I must go.
Naturally. I wouldn't want to hold you back.
Your Eminence, I salute you.
Sir de Sardet, what can I do for you?
Do you remember I thought that someone must have been responsible for the attacks you sustained?
Yes, you thought that this guardian who'd sent us the animals couldn't have been acting alone.
And I was right, sadly.
You're hesitating. Are you afraid of my reaction?
Indeed. As the person responsible is none other than my cousin, Constantine.
Does this mean that the congregation has decided to wage war on us? And thanks to which obscure alliance has your cousin been able to manipulate these creatures?
Constantine acted alone, and he betrayed us as much as he betrayed you, believe me. As for the way he manipulated these creatures, do you remember that my cousin was sick?
Absolutely. And it is said that his recovery was the result of a rather suspicious miracle. Are you telling me that your cousin has made a pact with the demons of this island?
Something like that. He was cured by a Donegad of the island who performed a bonding ritual. But the power he received from this made him thirsty for more, and he bonded himself to other places, thus gaining control over the Guardians who were protecting these sacred places.
But why attack us? Did his madness make him forget about our alliance?
His thirst for power is making him want to control the island entirely by himself. And I know that for this purpose he will soon attack the natives' main sanctuary on the volcano. I won't stand a chance against all the creatures he's taken control of. And I need some help. Others have already joined me. But we also need the support of Teleme. Having a common enemy should help us forget all the differences that have been opposing us.
The idea that we would protect the sanctuary from an insular demon is completely insane. But you have helped us several times, and I trust your judgment. You can count on our help. My men will fight by your side.
Thank you, Your Eminence. Thanks to your wisdom, we have a chance to prevail. I must leave you.
Naturally.
Lord Desire.
Come now.
What? Whatever.
Have you forgotten that after sending me to save your savants that you then again sought my... According to you, I needed only to convince the Tierna Hakkadak, but you used me like a pawn.
I cannot. I was certain that the witch doctor would refuse to help us. And I had good reason to believe that you would not...
You are even ready to use brute force.
Whatever do you mean?
After wounding the Tierna, your spy attempted to kill... And you dare to tell me that... Can I remind you that to assassinate a legate is to...
I never... I promise you, that man went beyond his orders, I assure you. I implore you. Please accept my sincere...
I can only give you the benefit of the doubt for now. In the meantime, you need not keep a candle lit for the return of your...
He would have been made to... I am all the more sorry because your cousin has been quite... I should have made myself clearer. There
never was a remedy. It was a wild goose chase.
No. That... What a shame. I am truly sorry.
We are looking for help.
Help? I doubt that I could be of any usefulness, but
I do not know if it's the Malachor or the ritual that saved him. He has decided to take control of the island, using...
I'm not sure I understand what you are Of course, I have heard you speak of the miraculous healing of...
My cousin participated in a ritual that links him to the island. This ritual saved him and gave him his powers. And now he uses...
I'm not sure I believe in these mad... But if your cousin wishes to conquer this island for him... Alas, I no longer have an army, nor even doctors, only this old weapon that allowed me to... It is a unique weapon that I created.
Thank you, Doctor.
Anything else?
I need to be going.
Farewell,
Hello, Glendan.
Björt,
To tell you that men are going to come...
I thank you for I am, and in truth.
No. It is all... We have need of every able warrior to protect them. You need to prepare yourself as well. I fear that you will not be spared.
We will fight, have no doubts. Because such is our duty and our will. These are our lands that are attacked.
I have no doubt.
May the rocks give you their toughness. Can I do anything else for you?
What can you tell me about your god?
That he is Tir Fradi in all and everything. The wisdom of his people, the gentleness of his rivers, the strength of his volcano. You are looking for wisdom to heal the Renaigse, but you still see it with the eyes of a sort of Donegat. He is much more than that. He is the essence of all life, of all magic, the spring.
What can you tell me about the sanctuary?
It is the most sacred place of the island. I protect it.
Am I to gather that there has never been a High King in your family?
We are heads of the Council of Kings, and so it is prohibited for us to present ourselves. We must remain impartial.
I see. And so you cannot speak to me about what you find inside?
The heart of the island beats near here, the volcano. And I know that it is a place full of...
I must leave.
Qua.
Your Excellency, it is an honor.
Oh, it's you, Honorable Menawi! Come and see!
The cave that Constantine indicated in his note shouldn't be very far. Probably put their guards at the entrance.
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go! Let's see if we can ward off this fate.
Constantine has marked several places on this map. I recognize some of them. They are sacred places for the natives, places of connection. This place, this journal. My poor Constantine, you have completely lost your mind. What are you hoping to achieve with these rituals?
No Donegad has ever done such a thing. It goes against the balance that we are defending. Enon Mir Frichtemann was right. Your cousin wants power. He is feeding from the strength of Tyr Fradi.
So much so that he's threatening Enon Mir Frichtemann himself. He wants to take his place. To think he's been plotting this absurd plan for weeks. He even used us to achieve it. The intruder in the sanctuary was certainly sent by him, to scout the place. We'll need to gather allies if we're going to stop him. But we will also have to weaken him and break apart the bonds that he's established.
In that case, it would be best to go see Dunkles. After all, he did say that his clan knew how to heal the earth, didn't he? And Merv is a bit too hostile.
You're right. Let's go and find him.
What brings you here on Manawi?
As I've told you before, my cousin bonded himself in many places before he decided to target the heart of the earth.
You did tell me, and you must know that by doing so, he has acquired a power that no Donegada...
That is why I need your help. We need to break some of his bonds in order to weaken him.
Rest assured, all the Donegada, and with their help, we will heal. However, to accomplish this...
What can I do?
During the ritual, the one who is bonding himself spills some of his blood near the base of a stone. And this blood summons a guardian. The guardian lifts the stone so that it may serve as an anchor point for the bond. The only way to break this bond is to have a guardian topple the stone. So, in the meantime, you must prevent... Here, take these seeds and plant them at the bottom of your cousin's bonding stones. These plants grow very fast, and their roots will prevent him from drawing the strength of Tifradi. However, you must be careful, because the guard...
Thank you, Duncan.
And thank you, don't worry.
Let's plant the seed Duncus gave us at the base of the raised stone. Look! The plant seems to be growing extremely fast. The Donegada of Duncus's clan are sure to be here soon to finish breaking the bond. Look! The plant seems to be growing extremely fast. The Donegada of Duncas's clan are sure to be here soon to finish breaking the bond.
How are you feeling, my child? What you are about to do is difficult.
Don't make it harder than it has to be, Petrus. Fighting against your cousin isn't pleasant, but it's the only logical thing to do.
A nicer way of saying he has no choice.
Indeed. I must stop Constantine, regardless of what it may cost me. Not only to obtain an antidote to the Malachor, but also to save this island.
I have learned many things by your side, and thanks to you, I was able to give my mother back to the earth. I won't forget this. And this is my land, my people. I will be by your side. You will not go through this ordeal alone.
We will all be with you. After all, this concerns all of us, doesn't it?
Naturally.
We will be by your side to support you both physically and spiritually.
Thank you. You have been precious allies, and you are proving once more the value of your friendship. Now let's go. It'll be a shame if we arrive too late.
The entrance to the sanctuary has been forced. A fight took place here.
Constantine managed to get through. Let's hurry.
Someone has to stop these creatures, otherwise you'll never reach Constantine.
Are you sure that you want to do this?
If I can give you just a few more minutes, at least it's something. So yes, I'm sure. Go now and stop your cousin. I don't—
In that case, thank you.
There you are. I was starting to think that we would die here. Your cousin just passed through here with a horde of beasts, and he keeps sending us more.
We won't hold very long. We're not used to fighting creatures like these.
We are, and we will hold long enough for you to reach the heart, even if we must die in the process. But you must chase him. You must prevent if Enon mil frictimen.
I'm well aware of that, but here comes some...
And I'll stay with her. One blade more.
We need to prevent the beasts from following.
Yeah, we could use some help here, to be honest.
I wouldn't have put it that way, but the Moridigan isn't...
You see?
You should go now. And...
Well...
There you are.
Has already reached the heart. They are also trying to stop.
What do you intend to do?
Pursue him all the way there and do it.
In that case, may the Enlightened keep you in...
May the Enlightened protect me in this battle!
This time it's my turn.
I knew you'd say.
Well, I wasn't going to let the young one...
Your help would be...
You see? You should go now, my...
Thank you, Petra. Constantine! Restrain him!
Step back. I do not desire your death. I'm sorry.
Why? Why have you done this?
But for you. For us. So that we may live free at last.
This makes no sense. Constantine, it's madness.
You don't understand because you're still attached to the old world. This old, dying world which, to survive, has betrayed, used, and manipulated us and would not have hesitated to kill us.
Perhaps, but
I've seen death, cousin. And I understood the vanity of it all. My father's ruses, just so he could earn more power. The political bowing and scraping to preserve corrupted nations. I have been offered unrivaled power. To send the old world back to its inevitable death and to build something new. And this new world is my gift to you. The immortal and benevolent.
He himself is the incarnation of the old world he is speaking of. He has its vices and its poison. For his own immortality, he's prepared to destroy everything around him, to break millennia of cycles. I implore you, flesh of my land, think of all the lives that will come to an end to feed his pride.
Don't listen to this old god. He's like all the others, after all, clinging to life. All you have to do is to bind yourself here, with me. And we will be gods together, forever. Come. Trust me. You won't regret it, cousin.
Who could have predicted, when my two young students left the port of Serene, that they'd become the gods of Teofredi? Certainly not me. So it seemed, amongst those who had tried to prevent the ritual from taking place, only a handful of dazed survived, helplessly facing hordes of creatures. Afra and Petrus, former rivals, fell together. They couldn't accept this treason from the one they believed. As for Vasco, he managed to run away and join the... Rumor has it that he went to their island. Ciora had done well to go back to her sister, but just like the rest of the clans, she eventually acknowledged the exiled from the island. All our nations sunk into a state of constant warfare, each accusing the congregation is now on the verge of the lives which haven't been taken by... On Teofredi, the Norts report that nature has reclaimed its rights in the cities. After a period of chaos that saw the death of many rebel, the survivors reportedly all ended up but sadly, this is nothing but hearsay.
but for you. For us. So that we may... You don't understand. I've seen my father. I have to send the immortal...
He himself...
All you have to do... Come. What a shame. Good night, sweet prince.
After the fall of Constantine, my young student managed to establish stronger links between the old nations and the natives. Some of their Donegada were even invited to the and with their help, it slowly became, and for the first time in a long while, the number of cases of the malady. Those who bravely fought at Dorhad Genadu were after all, if it weren't for this unlikely alliance, Siora obtained the title of Marl of the Red Spears alongside her twin. She leads them with wisdom, but often reunites with the one. Afra set aside her weapons and went back to... It is said that she is even writing a book with the help of For his bravery, Vasco was awarded the rank. He now travels the sea at the head of a whole fleet. But Petrus, despite the responsibilities implied by such a title, he's still some... These precious friendships allowed my student to slowly forget Kurt's treason, even though he still feels bitter about it at times. Despite the help Ulan received, which allowed him, he still had to renounce the role of Marl. Her friendship with Anaigse helped Deirdre to overcome her reticence. She willfully acts. Dunkas and his people spent a lot of time. Patiently, they shared their knowledge of the earth and learned, and in so doing, they restored the public revelations of Saint Matthias's life, led to a deep... The Ordo Luminis was dismantled for good, and the missionaries' purpose is now to establish dialogue, aware that their culture of secrets would lead them to their demise. They welcomed numerous new recruits amongst them. Although it was weakened on the continent, the Guards' influence kept growing on the... They managed to establish peace with the natives, where the Alliance had only despite the negative influence of some shady members in their midst.